every revolution or every political movement or any kind of change, and having someone, okay, CIA, which is fucking for you to call me CIA when you know I'm not.
Everything was politicized. It was, oh, this is when we became the left versus the right. But both sides are trash. In COVID,
his own thing. So it seems to be that money's the issue, that like we're using money and that's how politics is being pushed. Because now we've seen what someone does when they use their own money and it doesn't seem to be a solution. So I feel like we take money out of politics, we'll have a much better political system.
Politician, you think they're gonna come out and tell me the truth? They was lying to my mama. They ain't gonna never tell us.
So everybody, we look at certain things just because, oh, this happens in the hood or we see this every day. All the way up. These people were speaking truth. King, we could talk X, we could talk it all. They were speaking truth.
What's going on in anyone's mind, but let's take it as a given that Gray's argument is true, that the argument to not have ID is that it would be discriminatory versus certain socioeconomic brackets or something. It's like
the world's greatest trial run of what people will do and what people won't do. And we are the only country on the planet that really fought against the government. A lot of it,
because you focus on 80-20 issues. I'm looking at the Epstein issue as we have 80% of the information we need to prosecute these people that actually did anything, but you're focusing on the 20% trying to take down Donald Trump, which you're never going to get. So I'm going to keep sitting here with a smug-ass face on every single day.
I'll explain. Good question. I'll give you the answer. The Republican Party constantly talks about transgenders and transgender surgery to minors.
I'm mostly on the left ideologically, but I don't associate with the Democrats because they're not ideologically on the left. The Democrats are clowns, and they're also losers.
About to be any engaging conversation. It's not about to be any discourse about different political ideologies, what works and what doesn't. If that is the outcome, right? For example, I'm not going to go and just put myself in the middle of a KKK rally.
Verify me. I'm not a fucking Fed. They always do this. I'll say this, right? But they did the same thing to Nick. We've seen the video. They'll call people who are genuine and authentic Feds. Because
the interesting thing to me is that the ones that claim that they believe the Constitution are now trampling the Constitution. The ones that said they believed in the First Amendment, the freedom of speech, right, are now going against the freedom of speech.
leadership perspective.
They don't have no plan. They don't ever talk about nothing positive about the Democrat Party. Everything is just anti-Trump. They're not willing to have a conversation. They call us fascists. We willing to have a conversation. Charlie Kirk's willing to have a conversation.
Last name, area codes, okay.
Who created this book?
Epstein himself.
This book was made by Epstein?
This is a video of an FBI sting operation with Jeffrey Epstein's former house manager and an undercover FBI employee from 2009. The Palm Beach house manager, Alfredo Rodriguez, believes he is selling Epstein's address book to someone representing a lawyer of Epstein's victims.
You will see a lot of important people here.
He claims that the book contains contacts of powerful people, as well as Epstein's victims.
So those are mostly underage girls, those numbers?
They were very young.
A source familiar with the case confirmed the video shows the sting operation, which court documents show happened 2 years after the FBI demanded that Rodriguez turn over any Epstein documents. Instead, court documents say he kept the address book and tried to sell it for $50,000. In the occasionally redacted 45-minute video of the meeting, Rodriguez implicates Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's close associate, who's now serving a 20-year sentence for sex trafficking of minors.
Ghislaine Maxwell was his former companion, a very powerful lady from England. She would go to the former Eastern countries and in Europe and find girls for Epstein. And I knew that because I went with my wife.
Rodriguez also claims that Maxwell kept a computer database of girls, something he said he saw briefly once.
What kind of pictures?
Naked girls from Sweden, from Romania, from Czechoslovakia, from Brazil, from
All
Colombia.
minors? All young girls?
Very young, very young.
Like when you say very young, how young are we talking?
16, 17. The teenagers, they have braces, most of them.
Rodriguez provided no evidence to support the existence of the database. The video, released as part of the recent trove of Epstein documents, abruptly ends after the agent hands Rodriguez a bag of cash and says he will call the lawyer. Rodriguez was arrested for failing to turn over the book as evidence. He claimed the book was his property and that he should be compensated for it, saying it was his insurance policy and that he feared Epstein would make him disappear or harm him. He eventually pleaded guilty to obstruction charges. At sentencing, prosecutors said that if Rodriguez had turned over the book in 2007, when authorities first requested it, it would have significantly advanced the ball toward bringing Epstein to trial, rather than allowing him to secure a plea deal. Rodriguez was sentenced to 18 months in prison and died in 2014.
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this panel show are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of this channel, its affiliates, sponsors, or production team. This content is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. We encourage respectful dialogue and critical thinking around the topics discussed.
Party. Why I like the new party? Number one, it's a group of people that's on a panel. We all have differences, but we all basically still come together at the end of the day. The new party for me is about unity. The new party for me is about educating people to the truth, letting people know what's been going on in our country. With that being said, shout out to the new party, man. We're going to keep it going with y'all.
Welcome to the new party. I'm Gray Mars.
I'm Enzo.
I'm Patty Crocker.
And I'm Kamal.
So we got a special guest, Patty Crocker, as you just saw, was a video of a guy having Epstein's client book. Enzo, you always on TikTok Live. Is this one of the things that people are talking about?
No. Nobody brings this up. Nobody dives deep past Donald Trump's name being mentioned 38,000 times and now apparently 1 million times. That's all they touch on. This is something that I've known about for a long time now, because back when I first started talking about the Epstein files was this exact situation, that the contact book was technically out there in the wild, that you can go online and go search this and see all of his contact list, because everyone kept talking about some type of client list or whatever, and that they a part of the Maxwell versus USA material that has been released was the black book that everybody was thinking months ago was the client list, and that was a part of it, which was what he sold to the so-called lawyer, the sting operation.
For sure. So we are here to talk about Pam Bondi. So this is what a lot of people are in an uproar about with Pam Bondi at her hearing.
Survivors in the room, if you are willing, please stand. And if you are willing, please raise your hands if you have still not been able to meet with this Department of Justice. Please know for the record that every single survivor has raised their hand. Attorney General Bondi, you apologized to the survivors in your opening statement for what they went through at the hands of Jeffrey Epstein. Will you turn to them now and apologize for what your Department of Justice has put them through with the absolutely unacceptable release of the Epstein files and their information?
Congresswoman, you sat before Merrick Garland sat in this chair twice.
Attorney General Bondi.
No, can I finish my answer?
No, I'm going to reclaim my time because I asked you a
Attorney General,
specific question
Attorney General
that
can
I would
respond to your
like
question.
you to answer, which is, will you turn to the survivors? This is not about anybody that came before you. It is about you taking responsibility for your Department of Justice and the harm that it has done to the survivors who are standing right behind you and are waiting for you to turn to them and apologize for what your Department of Justice has done.
Members get to ask the questions, the witness gets to answer in the way they want to answer. The Attorney General can
That's
respond.
not accurate, Mr. Chairman.
Because she doesn't like the answer.
Time.
So,
Mr. Chairman,
why
I have asked
didn't she ask Merrick Garland this?
I am reclaiming my time, and when I
will
reclaim my
continue to
time,
answer.
it is
Mr. Chairman, the gentlelady's reclaimed her
I'm not going
time.
to get in the gutter for her theatrics.
The time belongs to the gentlelady. The gentlelady has 17 seconds.
Thank you. You're not going to answer this question, so let me just
Chairman,
say this.
I'll direct it to
what a
you.
massive
No, I'm
cover-up.
answering a
Mr.
question.
Chairman, will you restore her time? The witness is interrupted.
I'm not going to get in the gutter with this woman.
Stop the
She's
time
doing theatrics.
and let me have my time.
The gentlelady from Washington controls the time. The gentlelady has 17 seconds. You can proceed with your final 17 seconds.
What a massive cover-up this has been and continues to be. Donald Trump made the release of the Epstein files the center of his political campaign because he thought it would benefit him. Then you got into office, Attorney General, claimed to have a client list, only to then say that there was no list. Your deputy, Todd Blanche, met alone with Ghislaine Maxwell and transferred her to a minimum security prison. And now you continue the cover-up. And I wish that you would turn around to the survivors who are standing right behind you and on a human level,
Chairman,
Chair now recognizes the chair.
And what you have done.
Time of the gentlelady expired. The gentlelady, you have no time to yield back.
Theatrics.
We appreciate that.
Sorry.
Oh, girl, you muted, bruh.
Oh, Petty Crocker, how do you feel about the whole Epstein situation and Pam Bondi? What's your thoughts?
Oh, so I'm with Enzo. I've known about this for years, over a decade. But that was just nothing but a freaking circus yesterday, guys. It was just nothing but a freaking circus. So I'm gonna be two-sided on this one. Pam Bondi's a freaking joke. I cannot stand that woman. She needs to resign. She needs to throw away her law license. Like, goodbye, sweetheart. I do think that she could have acknowledged them. Sure, she could have acknowledged them. But here's my thing. Every single freaking talking head that's sitting in that room needs to apologize to those victims, because every single one of them in the last, since Obama had the opportunity, an opportunity to do something for those victims, and not a single one of them done nothing. So everybody needs to be apologizing to them.
True. So I'm gonna play a clip directly from a victim, then I'll let Kamal respond.
We all realize now, oh, you guys really wanted to silence us. And you thought that you could scare us by putting our names out there.
And it had a list of victims.
It was shown, I think, a couple of times in the hearing.
One was redacted. That makes no sense. This is a list of victims. That's intentional.
Petty, you got some fans here that know who you are, but Kamal, what's your thoughts hearing directly from the victim? Do you feel like they are owed an apology?
Yeah, owed an apology, you feel me? But, man, give them some fucking money, too. Shit. That's always good with the apology, you feel me? From what I've been knowing about Pam Bondi, and I don't know much about the broad, it seems like she don't do her job. Every goddamn time I hear about Pam Bondi, which I ain't gonna lie, sound like a fly-ass superhero name, it's sad that she ain't doing her damn job. I'm just saying, you know? But, Petty, you right, though, because it's not only, the Republicans, but the Democrats was in office. Obama and shit was in office. No apologies was requested then. I'm just saying, you feel me? At this point, shout out to Ken Billions. This shit look like political theater, WWE style. You feel me? So that's how I feel about it, and that's what I'm seeing.
Can I add on to the victims? So here's my thing. Like, I wish that they would just say, screw it all, and just be out here blasting them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, get out here and just talk. Get online. If you got receipts, start dropping that shit. Why wait on these freaking fools to do any damn thing? Do it your damn self. Start exposing them all. Why sit there and be quiet? I mean, like, I get it. There's legality in some of it, but in this time, in this day and age, and what's going on right now, and everybody knows, start singing.
With social media, you can easily put it out there too. That
for sure.
And so this clip, I don't know if people were here yesterday that they played it, but this is the clip that went viral with Pam Bondi.
The Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan?
Enzo, was she deflecting?
No, she's not deflecting in my eyes. I agree. Pam Bondi has to fucking go, but I agree with her standing on fucking business yesterday and making these motherfuckers look like a fool that they are, because we've had, again, like, I'm going to be a broken record and agree with everybody on the panel right now. We've had 4 administrations have to deal with the Epstein question. Only one of those, or sorry, technically 2 of those administrations actually did something about Epstein. And we're still sitting here talking about a dead man. We're still here talking about this instead of everything that's going good in this country. Instead of actually legislating on laws in Congress, we have Congress touting around the victims for now how long? Close to a year. This is what we're focusing on still, is these Epstein files. I'm still waiting for Ro Khanna, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and Thomas Massey to get a list of the co-conspirators from the victims and read it in Congress. I'm still waiting for that. So these formality fucking congressional hearings are just bullshit in my eyes, and it's just wasting time and making everybody look like a fool. That's it, instead of talking about the real issues. And Pam Bondi exposing all these motherfuckers like Raskin, about talking about the Dow and everything like that. They're all part of insider trading. I'm happy that she's exposing that too.
So you brought up a good point. You brought up Thomas Massey. This is what he had to say about Pam Bondi.
Provided the evidence today that shows that his statements were false under oath. Kash Patel's statements were false. They are in possession. They were in possession at the time, and they're still in possession of evidence that other men participated in the sex trafficking.
Attorney General Bondi didn't seem to directly answer that question. I mean, what do you make of what she did say?
She didn't answer anything. She came here just ready to talk about the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ, which seems kind of crazy to me.
So Kamal, is she crazy?
Nah, she ain't crazy, but don't worry, y'all. The NASDAQ got and the stock market got his ass whooped today.
I was about to say that.
Stock market got his ass stone cold stunned. You feel
Goes
me?
up and down. It is what it is.
Look, they say this every freaking president that's ever in office. Oh my God, the stock market's doing great things. Like it's always like that. They always be saying that shit.
Yeah. I just feel, Pam Bondi, she not crazy, but I like the route she going. You feel me? I like the way our American politics is going lately. I know it's a lot of arguing and bickering and name calling and shit. But once we get to how the Mexican politics do, where they be throwing hands, you feel me? Once we get there, then I'm gonna be satisfied. And tell them I like the direction it's going in. Feel me?
For sure. So I'm a Floridian. That's where Pam Bondi got her start. So I'm gonna play a throwback of one of her campaign videos.
Ranks 3rd nationally in calls for help for human trafficking, where young women and children are enslaved and abused. I knew we needed all hands on deck. businesses and hospitals to spot it, our great law enforcement to stop it, and tougher penalties to punish it. We're taking on Medicaid fraud, pill mills, gangs, and more. And I'll fight to put human trafficking monsters where they belong, behind bars.
Pam Bondi, our Attorney General.
That shit real AI.
That's real. That's old.
Yeah, I remember when I was playing on TV when I lived in Florida.
Yeah. Penny Crocker, what did you think? Does that make her like a hypocrite?
Oh, bro, that's all I can sit there and think about is you got it. Start go getting them, girlfriend. Take off. I mean, you sat there and you're running on that and you see it right there. Why are you not doing anything? Like,
yeah, I feel you. So I'm gonna play this clip because I don't know if you guys know how the Epstein whole thing got started, but this shocked me. But I'm gonna let you guys hear the clip from Joe Rogan.
This started in 2005. I think this is
no,
accurate.
but it's. I'm glad you're saying that because I'm.
This is crazy. Two girls fighting.
So it started between a fight between two teenage girls at Royal Palm Beach High School in Florida. Here are the details of how the event triggered the investigation. Early 2005, two girls at Royal Palm Beach High School got into a fight during which one girl repeatedly called the other girl a prostitute or hooker. Following the fight, school administrations and parents investigated, searching one of the girls' purses and finding $300 in cash. The confession. The student initially claimed the money was from working at a fast food restaurant, but later revealed she had been paid for massages by a wealthy man, later identified as Jeffrey Epstein. This revelation led to a police investigation in March of 2005 when the stepmother of one of the girls reported the molestation to the Palm Beach police. Wow.
Wow, that's in 2005.
That was the first arrest.
And now listen to this. It says they identified the Royal Palm Beach High was identified as a focal point for recruitment, where, according to investigations, at least 15 students were lured into Epstein's Palm Beach home. Holy shit.
That's so crazy.
Now
That's in 2005.
Imagine if those girls didn't get in that fight. Imagine if that didn't happen.
Did you guys know that's how it started?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Well, so what's your thoughts, Kamal, on hearing that's how it started?
I guess kids need to fight in school more. You might find some shit out. That's all I got from this. I'm like, damn. You feel me? Them girls fighting led to all this. That is a crazy. It felt like the butterfly effect, to be honest. Like that's just a crazy chain of events that some high school girls doing what high school girls do. You know, calling each other hoes and hookers because she saw her have $300 and was like, it ain't no way you got $300 without you hooking it up. You feel me? And now we hear it. Damn, that's crazy. That's insane.
So did Pam Bondi lie under oath?
Former Prince Andrew, Donald Trump attended various parties with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files.
I'm claim my time. I got your answer. You said there's no evidence.
Trump asked
Chairman, please stop the clock.
Stop the clock. The legislation. This is
time.
This
I'd like
is
to take
ridiculous.
my time.
Time belongs to the gentleman from California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath, and this is all on videotape. You said there's no evidence of a crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement who called into the FBI's Threat Operations Center. He drove Donald Trump around in a limo. He overheard what Donald Trump said to Jeffrey on his cell phone. He was so angry, he was going to stop the limo and hurt Donald Trump. And he met a girl who said she was raped by Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. She later had her head blown off, and officers at the scene said that could not have been suicide. No one no one at the Department of Justice interviewed this witness. You need to interview this witness immediately. Epstein should rot in hell, so should the men who patronized his operation. And as we sit here today, there are over 1,000 sex trafficking victims, and you have not held a single man accountable. Shame on you. If you had any decency, you would resign right after this hearing concludes.
The gentleman has expired.
Betty Crocker, did she lie under oath?
Yes. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't think she did. Because that entire tip that they put forward was investigated by the FBI under Trump's administration as well as Joe Biden's administration. And it still doesn't answer the question that Trump was at any party with Jeffrey Epstein with underage women. There's nothing that says that in the files. Actually, the exact opposite. I've read through the majority of the files that have to do with Donald Trump. There is no evidence of any crime that they can prosecute him for, because every single one of those tips that they put forward, one, does not have a state investigation from any police department cooperating it, as well as they are all FBI tips with unnamed people and no contact information for them to interview these said witnesses that they want to investigate. None of that's there. And it says explicitly in the tip sheets that they tried to contact people with no answer, never received phone calls back, or disconnected numbers. It's all in there. This is just fucking political theater at its finest. And all they want to do is talk about Trump. That's it. If this was about going after the people who actually did this, Congress has the names. Why are we not going through these files with the people who supposedly did anything and referring them to the Justice Department? Why does it have to be up to Pam Bondi when you've had 4 different administrations with 4 different attorney generals to prosecute these people? Why is it now on the shoulders of Pam Bondi and Donald Trump? Pam Bondi's got to go, but I'm going to stand on point and say this is not her fucking fault. And this is all bullshit.
Let me ask you this. Do you think they're giving you everything?
They're giving us enough to get started. Like I've been
saying. But are they giving you, are they being selective of what they're dropping in all of this?
I don't think so. I personally don't think so.
Okay.
And to my point, to that, it doesn't matter what they give us. In my eyes, I've been saying it from the beginning before they started releasing files. We've known about said people that supposedly did some things. Why did we not start investigating them before we got everything?
Yep.
We should have started with what we had and then worried about the rest as it comes. Because once you start investigating people, people are going to want to flip. People are going to want to give up other people. We could have started there instead of saying, well, we need all the files right now. Oh, now all the files are not released. Now we need more. Now, like a lot of people on the left will say, yeah, they're being selective. They're protecting these people, protecting that people. Why are we?
Everybody's protecting everybody. They're all
agreed. Like, I personally don't care about the Epstein files because I know in the end, all these files are going to come out. I don't care if Kamala Harris gets in 28. They're still never going to prosecute any of these people. Nobody is. It's not about the victims. It's about getting one person and one person only. And that's why I don't care.
I agree with you on that. I will agree with you on that one.
Well, they're after a different guy today, but he is a part of Trump's administration. So I'm going to show you guys what they're saying about Howard Lutnick.
I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring. And I don't understand why it keeps going. I think really only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that going. But credible information, let them give it. Anything that's credible, I would say let them have it. Keep something like that going. But credible information.
Massage table in the middle of your house? How often you have a massage? And he says, every day. And then he gets weirdly close to me. Ooh. And he says, and the right kind of massage. Ooh. Now my wife is standing here. So she looks at me and I look at her and we say, I'm sorry, we have to go. And we left. And in the 6 or 8 steps it takes to get from his house to my house, my wife and I decided that I will never be in the room with that disgusting person ever again. Really? So I was never in the room with him socially, for business, or even philanthropy. If that guy was there, I wasn't going because he's gross. Oh. And so I look back at it as a gift.
Yes.
He gave me a gift.
Yes.
Of avoid. And so, yeah, so that's my story. A one and absolutely done.
Right.
I think you understand the root of concern here. It's the way you described very emphatically your first encounter with him in his apartment, said you were disgusted, would never have any contact with him again. Did you, in fact, make the visit to Jeffrey Epstein's private island?
I did have lunch with him as I was on a boat going across on a family vacation. My wife was with me, as were my 4 children and nannies. I had another couple they were there as well with their children, and we had lunch on the island. That is true, for an hour, and we left with all of my children, with my nannies and my wife, all together. We were on family vacation. We weren't.
And you realize that, this visit took place after he'd been convicted, right? I mean, you made a very big point of saying that you sensed that this was a bad person in 2005. And then, of course, in 2008, he was convicted of soliciting prostitution of a minor. And yet you went and had this trip and other interactions. Did you?
Come on, I saw you laughing the whole time. So what's your thoughts on that?
Hell yeah, this shit sound clownish. Bro, it was like, were you on the island with Jeffrey Epstein, bro? He was like, I was on the landmass. Just walking around it. I was there with my pet dog, Earl, with my grandma, with her ID out, with my uncle and my 3rd cousin. It's like, bro, you on the island, bro. Come on. This shit.
Well, this is what Trump had to say about London.
No, I wasn't aware of it. No, I didn't. I actually haven't spoken to him about it. I wasn't. But from what I hear, he was there with his wife and children. And I guess in some cases, some people were. I wasn't. I was never there. Somebody will someday say that. I was never there. Yeah, please.
So Petty Crocker, doesn't him being there with his wife and children make it seem like, maybe nothing didn't go down because he's with his family?
No, no, dude. Like, there's no way that you're just going to go on this sweet, innocent family vacation to the biggest pedophile island known to man. Like, there's no way. And he's like, yeah, I was there with my kids, and then there was another family. They were there with their kids. Of course the kids were there. Why wouldn't they be?
Right.
Like, bro.
Great.
So this person said no to an invitation to the Epstein Island.
Files for not going.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm in the files for not going because Jeffrey Epstein was trying to meet with me.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, and I was like, what?
You're like, no thanks.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad?
Yeah, but I would have never went anyway. It's like, it's not even a possibility that I would ever went.
But
especially after I Googled him. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? This was like 2017. One of my guests was trying to get me to meet him. I was like, bitch, are you high? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Epstein asks Lawrence Krauss to introduce him to, we already saw this, right? Things are hectic. So sorry for not getting back to you earlier. Sorry to hear about the upheavals. But I know that you take these things in stride. I will reach out to Rogan. I think I have his email, or at least his producer's email. He lives and works in L.A., so that's him responding to Jeffrey Epstein.
So this is funny because what Joe just showed me is his correspondence with Lawrence Krauss. So this is the other side of it, of what was going on.
Yeah.
And it was Epstein it was like some trick to try to rehab the guy.
in an email between Epstein and Lawrence Krauss, Epstein states, if he wants, Rogan can have dinner with Woody Allen on Friday. Worth mentioning that this email was dated September 24th, 2017, after Krauss appeared on Joe Rogan Experiences in March. So here it is. From my friend Arnold Felkoff, my diving instructor. Right. So then he writes back, Jeffrey Epstein says, if he wants, Rogan can have dinner with Woody Allen on Friday. That's September. So this is their email thread.
What a privilege.
Good. Let me see back. So, sorry about Rogan so far. He seems more timid than I would have thought.
Yeah, they always think he's some like dickhead and that he's like cool with like awful people like that. They always assume because he's a dude, bros. He'll just come because it's fuck island, you know. And they're all surprised that he's not like that.
So apparently, this is Rogan saying no. That was Rogan had said no. Sorry about Rogan so far. He seems more timid than I would have thought. Do you mean he means he doesn't want to go to the Epstein Island? He doesn't want to go hang out with Woody Allen and a bunch of other PDF files at Epstein Island. Joe Rogan.
So Enzo, Joe Rogan said no. Why can everybody else say no?
Good question.
You have free will.
Yeah, that's really it. He knew what went on. He researched it, and if people after 2007 went to Jeffrey Epstein's island with him, I'm going to say it straight up. Nothing good happens on that island. There's a reason why he had an island and he was doing the majority of it at the island. When it comes to, what's his name? Whatever the fuck his name is in Trump's cabinet. Howard Lutnick, yeah. I personally think it's going to end up like the Alex Acosta situation. Now all this information's out there, just like Alex Acosta had to step down from Trump's cabinet after Trump found out of the 2008, 2009 NPR or MPA. He stepped down. I want to say that's gonna happen in this situation. I'm hoping that it happens in this situation because just because you said your wife and kids and your dog were at Epstein's island with you, Jeffrey Epstein. Unless Jeffrey Epstein wasn't on that island, I'm still going to question you and be like, what the fuck you doing there? But it's not going to look good, and he needs to step down for that. Full stop.
So here's one of the people to write love, Nick Shirley. He interviewed the neighbors by Jeffrey Epstein's house.
Been in the neighborhood for a long time?
Yeah.
And did you ever see any really rich and powerful people go inside this building?
You want to know who I saw going in there? Mm-hmm. Everyone you've heard about.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you name any names?
Yeah, you know them all from the newspaper.
Did you see Bill Clinton going there?
Who?
Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
Bill Gates?
No.
Trump?
Yeah, I think of the other ones. Andrew.
Prince Andrew. You saw Prince Andrew going there. And what do you think actually happened inside of this home?
All the most terrible things you can think of both.
And what do you think the truth is about the Epstein files?
Well, someone has them. Yeah. Maxwell probably would be the best source, but she'll stay put.
Would you support Donald Trump if he were to give her a pardon to let her spill all the information?
No. Because that means she's out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
She was definitely his partner. I believe that.
And so you've seen people like Prince Andrew, Trump, the Clintons, a lot of other people walk inside this building.
Yeah, well, you knew it. You know, they all come with security guards who park here or stand out here, so you can't miss it. Mm-hmm. And I saw plenty over the years. This is a long time ago now. Before we knew what was going on, just young girls. I mean, young.
How old
teenagers.
were the girls that you saw go in?
Well, because they were coming from schools. They were coming from public schools.
Really?
So they were high school age.
Wow, so you saw a bunch of high schoolers going inside here.
You could tell. I always come this way home, and you cross the street, and maybe on the far corner there'd be two girls. Now, don't get nervous. It's going to be all right. He's really a nice man. You know, he promised people that didn't know people like this exist in a gorgeous house like this. They didn't know he was going to abuse them. He said, oh, you're so beautiful. You know, when you get out of high school, I'm going to get you a modeling job. I'm going to set you up. And, you know, he promised them all kinds of things, and they unfortunately believed him.
So Petty Crocker, Nick Shirley is credited with uncovering the fraud in Minnesota with the daycares he does this type of reporting where he just goes and then he'll try to research just randomly. Do you feel like that was credible information from her, or do you feel like that's just eyewitness testimony can't be trusted?
I mean, I guess both sides could be true. I mean, you do have to take it for, what it is, her word. I don't see why she would have to sit out there and lie, because she seemed like an older lady. I don't see what she'd benefit from lying from it, So, I mean, there's no reason not to believe her. She doesn't seem like she's out to get something out of it. You know what I mean?
For sure. So I'm going to play a clip that's going viral and see what y'all think about it.
I mean, for me, I said this when we came in, and I said, I don't care what happens. I'm going to a meeting every day.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm not scared of a germ. I used to snort cocaine off of toilet seats. And I know this disease will kill me.
Right.
Like if I don't treat it, which means going to meetings every day, it's just bad for my life.
Kamal, you hear what he said?
Hell no, I can't understand what he said. He sounded like he chew a pack of cigarettes every other day. No, I
He
cannot understand what he's saying, for real.
He said he doesn't care about germs. He used to sniff coke off of toilet seats.
That why his voice like that? Is that the cause and effect?
No, he has a disease, some type of disease with his throat, I think. Yeah.
If you sniffing coke off of toilet seats, I think that'll create, right? I don't know, dude. Like, I'm just saying. What type of toilet seats are we talking? We talking about gas station, the bar? We got it. He didn't clarify. Is it his own home?
Depends on the cleanliness of the toilet seat. Did he put the paper down?
Yeah, shit. What's going on? That shit, wow. God damn.
I feel you, but he basically said Trump let him do whatever he wants.
It's a joy to work for him because he lets me do stuff that I don't think anybody else would ever let me do.
He can do whatever he wants when working for Trump. So we go switch gears here because basically, let me see. We just talked about Nick Shirley, so we'll talk about the fraud in Minnesota. This is what happened at another hearing.
$1 billion in historic fraud out of your state, including the $250 million in the Feeding Our Future program alone. You familiar with that? Don't turn to the pages in your book to get your potted answers. Are you familiar with it? Yes or no?
Yes, I am familiar with it.
Very familiar, aren't you? Because the people who ran the Feeding Our Futures program came to you in your official office in the state capitol December 11th, 2021, and asked for your help in getting investigators off their backs. They complained to you for upwards of an hour about state investigators going after them, and they begged you to help them. And you agreed to it, amazingly. And we know you did because it's all caught on tape.
Yeah,
every single sentence is caught on tape. Here's what you said. Let's take a look. You said, it's not a question. You said to them, send me the names of all these folks who are investigating them. You said to them, send me their names. And I'll take that list and I'll call the person over at Education who's investigating them and say, what's going on? Why am I getting these complaints? Then he went on to say, I already have my team working on this. What day should we get together to discuss it again? You made pledge after pledge to them. You said, we've got to make sure this guy who's investigating them stops it. You said, you have my attention. I'm concerned about this. You said, let's go fight these people, meaning the people who were investigating the fraud. Why'd you do it? Why'd you help them?
Are you going to let me answer?
Please, we're all ears.
So first of all, you're cherry picking quotes out of there.
Why did you help them?
I thought you were going to let me answer.
Why did you help them?
Are you going to let me answer?
Why did you help
You
them?
let me answer and I'll answer you.
Tell the truth and I'll let you answer.
I will tell the truth.
Good.
Let's do that.
That'd be a nice change. Why'd you help them?
Now see, Mr. Chairman, I didn't come here to be insulted. I came here voluntarily.
You came here for the truth. Let's have it. Why did you help them? The quotes are here. They're in black and white, and every member of this audience can listen to the recording. It's 54 minutes long. It's all in public. You can Google it right now and listen to it.
And listen to it all.
Why'd you help them?
First of all, I didn't help them.
You did help them.
No, I did not. I certainly didn't.
You're saying you didn't do anything for them. You didn't.
Well, wait a minute.
I already have my team working on this again. That's not you.
I have my team assisted with the information that led to the prosecution and conviction of these people.
No, you didn't. You didn't lift a finger to prosecute them. No, you did not. You didn't lift a finger to prosecute them. You had, BS. You had whistleblowers come to you as early as 2019.
You're the one talking BS.
Hey, listen, it's my time.
Doesn't know what you're talking about, sir.
No, sir. You now have encountered the truth and you don't like it. Why'd you take their money? Why'd you take their money?
I didn't.
You took $10,000.
No, that's a false statement.
$10,000 9 days after the meeting.
False statement.
You took $10,000. Here's what happened. They went to your office. They solicited money from you. They solicited help from you. They came to your office. It was your official office. You met with them for 54 minutes. They asked you for help. You pledged it to them, and they talked repeatedly about money. In fact, it's all they talked about. Money, 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 money. They said, we will put our dollars in the right place. We will support candidates that will fight to protect our interests. You replied, that's right. They said, if you are securing your donor base and securing your power base, you can act the way you want. You replied, money is freedom. They said the amount of money circulating, I'm reading the transcript, the amount of money circulating in our community today is powerful, and we haven't realizing it in a meaningful way. And you said, give me the specifics. And 9 days later, you took $10,000 from people who were then indicted. It's in your reports. Why'd you do it?
Sir,
was it worth it?
You know what? This is a theatrical performance.
This is the truth. This is what accountability looks like, of which you've had none. You helped fraudsters defraud your state and this government of $9 billion, and you got a fat campaign contribution out of it. You ought to be indicted.
True. Well,
that's the truth.
I think we've made the point. Let's keep the temper.
Well, for the record,
I'll ask how I
he's lying, and that's.
Enzo, is this effective?
Man, listen, out of everybody in Congress, Hawley is my favorite for that.
I was going to say the same thing, bro.
He's my favorite. He's my favorite because he don't give a fuck. He's got the facts right in front of him. He's going to call your ass out every which way to Sunday to make his point. I love it. I love when he does that. That was effective in my eyes because it made dude look like a fool because it's all out there. We know about the fraud in Minnesota. They admitted it that they've known about this since 2021 when they started prosecuting select people for it to make it go away. And then Tim Walz gets busted by a 23-year-old fucking independent journalist, and it's nationwide news. And then starts riots in his city to deflect from everything. Yeah, it's effective. People need to, examples need to be made.
So ICE is starting to withdraw today from Minnesota.
With that, in success that has been made arresting public safety threats and other priorities since this surge operation began, as well as the unprecedented levels of coordination we have obtained from state officials and local law enforcement, I have proposed, and President Trump has concurred, that this surge operation conclude. A significant drawdown has already been underway this week and will continue through the next week.
So, Petty Crocker, we've talked about this on New Party so many times. What's your thoughts on this? Do you think it should be withdrawing? What's your thoughts on everything that's going on in Minnesota?
Honestly, at this point, I mean, I was always in support of ICE, but I don't like how some of it's played out, to be honest with you. Nobody should ever lose their lives, but you shouldn't put yourself in that situation, and I don't like how the Democrats and the left have cherry-picked certain things to run on and try to, lie to people, so to say. As far as them withdrawing, as long as they have done their job, I get it. Turn the temperature down in the room. I mean, you don't have to have that big of a presence. You can still keep a smaller presence and still be effective and do what you do. Honest to God, though, in all reality, they're moving on to the next stage, the next political theater. Everybody has lost interest in Minnesota because of the Epstein. So now they're going to withdraw, and there's going to be something else that pops off somewhere else. That's all it is.
Right. So some people are saying that ICE agents aren't getting the $50K that they were promised.
Some really sad news for ICE agents. It seems that a lot of them have been complaining that they haven't received their $50,000 signing bonus. Some have only received a few thousand, and now it's come out that this $50,000 signing bonus will be paid over several years, meaning if Dems take back control of Congress, they're not getting a penny. However, President Trump, after hearing about these complaints from his beloved ICE agents, has decided to send out each and every one of them their $50,000 signing bonus. And he said that that check will be going out on the same day as the Doge stimulus check for $5,000 and the $2,000 tariff dividend check. So, ICE agents, any day now, you could be expecting that check.
Come on, do you think they're going to get their check, or you think they get finesse? What you think?
Man, they getting finesse, man. Mia, you right. We broke as hell. America fucking broke. God damn. Yo, the finesse is crazy. Man, I hope they get their check. But damn it, we know how America do certain things when it comes to the money. I think y'all ain't getting a check. You already gave the labor away. God damn, man. This shit crazy. Oh my goodness.
So some people are upset because Cardi B told her fans to jump ICE.
If ICE come in here, we're going to jump their asses. Bitch, I got some bear mace in the back. They ain't taking my fans, bitch. Let's go.
Petty Crocker, you laugh when she wrong?
Bro, she ain't gonna jump nobody. A fucking robot jumped at her and she fell down. She ain't gonna do fucking shit, okay?
This is Cardi B's way of being relevant, because everybody's saying fuck ICE now and let's jump ICE. I don't remember the last time I heard that Cardi B was in the news. Now she's like fuck ICE and we're all talking about her again. It's her way of being relevant.
Dude, she said she had that mace in the back the first day. It just popped in my head, her falling down because that robot. I was just like, you ain't gonna do shit.
Nah, she in the news, y'all, but it ain't for what she want to be in the news for. That's why she doing this. She in the news because of Stephon Diggs shit, and that ain't looking good for her.
Oh, I forgot about that. Ain't he gonna go to jail now? He lost the Super Bowl and now he's gonna go to jail?
I don't know. They had him cuffed up. I mean, that's the Seahawks got him locked up. Then after that, he been locked up in real life. God damn. But yeah, I think she doing this, and I think, and I actually talked about this on my show, and I specifically talked about black celebrities. Even though I'm seeing it from all celebrities, I specifically talked about black celebrities. It seemed like they got a script out there to say F ICE. And it's so weird because I'm like, it just seems like everybody got the script in the damn mail, and it's like, y'all gotta say this shit. Y'all gotta say this. So I don't know. It just seems like it's on par for being a celebrity and shit. So
I said that with the Grammys. I said it's kind of ironic that every person that said fuck ICE was wearing this little pin, this identical pin. Every single one of them was wearing that exact pin. Tell me it wasn't planned without telling me it was planned. Or tell me what's playing without telling me.
For sure.
Well, ICE is egging it on because they responded to Cardi B. This is what they had to say.
God, my nigga, the shit that I did to motherfucking survive. Like, I had to go straight. I had to go, oh yeah, you wanna fuck me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I drop niggas up and I rob them. That's what I used to do. Nothing was motherfucking happening to me, my nigga. Nothing. So for a bitch to motherfucking say that I don't deserve shit, that's when I know that they fucking bugging. Because they do not fucking know the shit they have to do so niggas could take me out. Because nobody wanted to help me. Nobody wanted to fucking help me, my nigga. Nobody.
Did y'all see what ICE said?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
I ain't gonna lie though. I don't know if I want Homeland Security tweeting shit like that.
Bro,
You won't be under that
Barron.
radar.
Listen, Barron's running the White House TikTok page. He probably got his friends running the pages for X or for all the departments because it's all clapbacks to like everybody.
Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy. But
Somebody Gen Z for real.
If you're watching right now, hit that subscribe button and press that notification bell. Know when we go live. Great episode, Enzo. What's your final thoughts?
So my final thoughts are: this was a good episode. Pam Bondi stood on business. She still needs to step down. Howard Lutnick needs to step down for his association to Jeffrey Epstein. Can we stop talking about the Epstein shit and actually talk about real policies and real things going on in this country instead of somebody who's been dead for 10 years, basically 10 years, and that nothing's going to ever happen to these co-conspirators unless or actually talk about policy to change the fucking laws to actually prosecute these people if we really want to talk about it. Come on, Democrats, Republicans, I'm holding you both feet to the fire on that. You want to go after them so bad? Let's start changing laws. Other than that, Cardi B irrelevant, and everybody have a good weekend.
For sure. Petty Crocker, I guess, what's your final thoughts and tell everybody where they can find you?
My final thoughts are Pam Bondi needs to either shit or get off the pot, literally. They're all implicated in this. Every single one of them need to go to fucking jail. Or, we make an example out of them. Either way, don't care. There needs to be some justification for all this. We need to be worried about protecting the youth in our country, and this is one way we can do it. Start getting the pedos. As far as Cardi B, I'll throw up a robot against her any day.
For sure.
But you can find me on Instagram at Petty Crocker. You can find me on TikTok at Petty Crocker. Facebook, the same as Petty Crocker. And I'm also over on X, but it's Puddin. It's Puddin.
For sure. Petty Crocker, was great having you. Kamal, what's your final thoughts?
Shout out to everybody on the panel. Y'all go follow everybody that's on the panel. Also, hit the notification bell for the new party, so you know when they go live. I didn't get a chance to stream it on my end today. I was hella busy. Gray know what's going on, and Nora also know what's going on, like with the new client I got and the new organization that I'm trying to build and stuff like that. So that shit been keeping me hella busy, y'all. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all was real tame today. Y'all weren't like how y'all usually be. Y'all usually be rowdy like a motherfucker, but y'all was real tame today. This was a great show. Talked about things that's not usually in my realm. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that I get to do this on the new party. That's the point of the new party. When it comes to Pam Bondi, every time I hear about this chick, apparently she just I guess she ain't good at her job. I guess she did good this time, but every time I hear her, she ain't doing her damn job. So she might get fired on her day off and go build some like clubhouse with Craig with some goddamn boxes and shit. With the Cardi B shit, I mean, it's on par. Everybody's saying F ICE. I'm just kind of like, I don't know, just throw me in the loop because I'm like, y'all caping for illegal immigrants. That shit crazy. Yeah, I mean, I don't really got much else to say. Y'all have a great weekend. This was a good show. And yeah, man, hopefully Scooby-Doo and the gang can figure out these Epstein files, because I guess nobody else can figure the shit out. So
Sure. Shout out to Petty Crocker. Thank you for coming. You were a great guest. It was a great conversation. We do this every Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you guys next week. Have a great night.
Before we wrap, I want to take a quick moment to talk about how you can support the new party. We are an independent media platform. No corporate backers, no political handlers, just a collection of voices representing all American viewpoints, especially the stories they don't want you talking about.
I'm disgusted with our government, and it doesn't matter which party you're talking about. I'm disgusted.
We are watching an act of genocide. I don't know how else to put it. There are thousands of people getting killed every day.
This is the first time in history that an American cardinal has ever been elevated to pope. It is legitimately make America great again.
Yes.
like they're fighting for illegal immigrants, not immigrants. Illegal. Like, and they burning the flag and shit.
Like I always say, it was a great episode. I'm happy with the wins that Donald Trump's.
Like you heard Nora Skeptic say, we're going to keep bringing like different types of content and things that we know people want to see. And like we always say on the New Party, always vote.
If you believe Americans can still have civil discourse, even in these polarizing times, we need your help to stay independent and keep growing. You can support us by donating to our GoFundMe page, becoming a channel member, sending a super chat, or grabbing merch from the New Party store. Every donation goes directly toward growing the channel promotion and our upcoming documentary. And as a thank you, donors will receive an exclusive copy of the documentary 1 week before it premieres. Who is the New Party? We're you, your voice, your stories, your America. We can only do this together. So if you're able, please donate and help us get the message out.